Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Special report. New moon to a full moon. Interesting energies is going to be. For it, I want to say thank you guys for watching. Comments are very welcome in there. Sharing your experience within the energies. That's kind of gonna help you and all of you that watching the videos up here. And if you need some any personal stuff on readings, they're available upon request and the email below. Where do I want to start? I want to start with one thing up here. Actually, that came to me yesterday. I just found it, and this is what represents the signs of the knots in there. That is a holes up here for two. And what that is that if you look at it, the south note, guys, that represents a full cup, something that you already learned, something that you already know in there for it, something that you already collected within yourself. While the north note is upside down, what is basically what it's coming, it's pouring towards you. So you can be able to collect. So this new moon is going to be a very interesting sense. The moon and the sun, they're going to be having a divine energies with the north node. So basically, you're going to be looking at within the depth, within your shadow, within the underworld, where you want to go, what it's coming towards you. So you can be able to collect. That is a personally what you want to collect in the name of what? In the name of relationships. So the north node, it's in Aries. The south node, it's in Libra. Your relationships and your uh, contracts with others, they are in Libra. Okay. So with this interesting energy, we are talking about is going to be about noonish. For it's going to be at November 11. I'm sorry, November 1st, not 11. November 11th is a very special day. I'm going to be doing something special. We'll see what I'm going to be doing about it. It's a holiday for the Twin Flames. But with this has been said, up here, I'm going to go into the charts. Hopefully, guys, is going to be kind of like a help you for you because the moon is going to be collecting information. She's going to be collecting informations of what it needs to be worked out. The first thing she's going to be meet, that is going to be a Mercury. The next one is going to be meet, she's going to be meeting Venus. She's going to be working herself out in Capricorn. And she's going to be meeting Pluto. And Pluto is opposing Mars. That is going to be interesting collection of information, seeking at the informations for it. Then she's gonna be meeting Saturn. She says like, okay, let's figure these things out. Let's get these energies going on. And at the end, she's gonna be meeting Neptune in there. And with that meeting with Neptune is gonna be clarifications within the subconscious patterns. Once she's gonna be moving into Aries, she's gonna be starting her new cycle. Get off of this ending of Pisces and gonna be reborn. You're gonna be looking at of uh, recreating your own self. That's gonna be kind of like a very short amount of time because they are very close to each other, Neptune and the North Node. She's gonna be collecting the informations of what is coming towards you, and then it's gonna come out to Chiron. In there, she's gonna be continue going on a little bit, just a little bit before meeting with Uranus. She's gonna be actually very close to it. You're gonna feel the energies. Why do you opposing? What is the shadows opposing of materializing in the world? And with this full moon, it's gonna be interesting because after that, it's gonna be meeting the universe. You're gonna finding those energies, but we are gonna be talking more about it into the next report, which is gonna be the full moon at Taurus to the new moon at Sag. So with that being said, let's dive in and this is gonna be the first. of November, the 2nd of November, the moon's going to go through the divine energies as the Mercury already did. That's going to be between Jupiter and Chiron. It is about to get off of this state of underworld. Okay, so basically, what makes you sick to go in there, what makes you in there, the answer of how to get off of there, and the healing is within you. The growth is there within you. Is that has to do anything with the friendshipness? Yes, it does has to do a lot, but reviewing your friendshipness. But since Jupiter is going to be opposing Venus, there's going to be like, well, I didn't have a lot of friendshipness within my love. I didn't have these situations within love. Come on, this is a duality signs. You're going to have a lot of dualities. It's going to be this whole period of Venus and Jupiter opposing each other, and that Venus is squaring Saturn is talking about this. You're going to be withholding the love. You're going to be withholding the friendshipness. You're going to withholding things. Why? Because of the experience of what you collected as a relationship in your past. Okay? This is your south node. You're already collecting it. But in order to do this, you have to turn this into a north node. And this is where you're going in there. To empty out that cup. To empty out those things from the past for it. And with this energy, you are going to be needing what? You're going to be needing communications. Communications is going to be great on the 3rd, since that moon is going to be, your intuition is going to be talking about communications. Great energies with Mars, great energies with Pluto, great energies, particularly we're talking about the North Node and Neptune. The visions that you have to coming out and going forward within your life. Okay, despite that everything that goes on right now, you're maybe gonna be working it out on your shadow. And who's gonna work on your shadow? Your Lilith. Okay, I'm talking about not the true Lilith, I'm talking about the mean Lilith. Why were you mean towards people? Or why did the people were mean towards you? Did they were really mean, or they were truthful? Did they were playing a games, or they had something really going on within you, but you didn't get it because you didn't get what you want from them. And then your shadow comes out and does all this. As the sun is going to be connecting through Saturn, this is going to be one of the main things you're going to be working out in those positions. But during that day, you're going to be looking at to understand, seeking it, informations, talking with people, gathering with people. This is a place where you gonna find your courage and everything, but you need to stand against this change. Okay, you cannot have some experience in there and hide that experience within you. And this is gonna be this Pluto Mars internal fight to find the courage to be your true self. Okay, what the truth is. And since this is going to be really kind of like a opposing Uranus in there, you're going to be opposing of what's going on in the material world. Why are you opposing your happiness? Why are you opposing to settle down? Okay, Taurus. What is Taurus? Real estate, apartments, land, farming, creating abundance. This is where Uranus is. He says like, here, I'm going to be giving it this. I'm going to send you back. You're not in the place that it needs to be. I'm going to be sending you back to revise this, what I have. I have a great energy with Neptune. I have a great energy with Pluto. Here, I'm giving you everything. I gave you the courage. All you have to do is do it. Would you do it? And here is that oppositions with Uranus that it's going to come out. What do you going to tell yourself and others? And that's going to be depending. Be mindful about it, who you listen to it. Don't go for advices with people who are more screw up than you. Don't go out and ask for people, particularly we're talking about relationships in there, since the South Node is there, and what you should do from people who never had a great relationship. Go and seek examples of a great relationship and what it was and what is going on, and most of all, Seek within you. What kind of type of relationship you are in within yourself? Okay. So with this kind of like energy, the moon is going to be collecting that information somewhat. And in the next day, she's going to be with Venus. She's going to be opposing Jupiter, the growth, squaring Saturn. And this is what I'm going to be like, oh, I cannot outgrow this. Oh, I'm limiting myself on this. These people is limiting me. I don't have the friends I can trust. You have your soul that you need to trust within yourself. Okay, and this is what this Sag Gemini's energies, when there is oppositions in there, is the friendshipness within me. It's correlated to the friendshipness with others, and I have to express this. Well, the key is what? The key is right in here. We're talking about Chiron. Chiron is sextiling Jupiter, and here we have this trines with Venus and the moon. It is the healing. Healing those patterns of everything that does not helping you to be a friendly. You're not a friendliness within yourself. You're not gonna be friendly with anybody else. Okay, it doesn't matter how others are towards you. If you're not happy within your own self, it doesn't matter how much happiness other people brings in you. You're always gonna find something you're not happy because you're not happy from within. And this can relate it to personality issues, personality disorders, patterns, behaviors, belief systems, and so on and so on. But it's going to be a huge trigger. Okay, do your research. Okay, the moon does that there. All right, and the next day, the moon it's moving out. She's going to be in divine energies with the universe. It's like, okay, universe, what should I do? What I need to seek. The universe is looking at past. I already give something to you. I already did something for you. Already, what do you do with that? Okay, Uranus is still a retrograde. Okay, currently we have a Chiron is a retrograde, Neptune is a retrograde, Uranus is retrograde, Saturn and Jupiter are retrograde. Okay, so seeing it with the big guys, pretty much they all except Pluto are retrograde in there. You you have to reevaluate things. All right, it's a revaluation season. What do you mean revaluation season? The farmers back in the days, after collecting their own harvest, they're like, okay, last year we had 78. This year we have 62. What did we did wrong? Or last year we had 62. This year we have 78. What should we do to even do it better? That's mean we're going in the right way. And this is a gonna be this evaluations that the moon is gonna comes in. It's gonna say like, okay, universe, I see what it is. I see what the adjustment needs to be. The moon, though, it's gonna be in divine energies with Mars and Uranus. This is gonna be the moment when a Venus is gonna come down later on. It's gonna be the same divine energies from Mars and Uranus. This is gonna be this visions of go back into the love. Okay, Mars is going to be moving into Leo, and that energy of Mars going into Leo can create a lot of issues with Pluto. I don't want to change, and you have to accept what I don't want to change. Be mindful about those because the proper masculine energies, they're going to be communicative. They're going to be looking at where do you want to go into where? Into the North Node. What is going to be poured in? Okay? But in order to pour in something that it's going to come out in there, you have to be right here. You have to be put something in that cup. So with this energies, you're going to understand that you need to do some what? You need to do some work. As the moon is going to go in the next day, that's going to be the 6th of November. That's going to be squaring the middle of it and the knots, of course. Those energies going to come out a little bit intense. Okay? But there's going to be some great learning, great lesson. The moon is going to be sextiling the sun. Basically, she's going to be like, hey, I got the communications, I got this love and money situations, but it's going to be require some work from you, authority. It's going to be require something that has to be done. And the sun is a trinic with Saturn, the wisdom. A lot of the people going to gain the wisdom from within. There's going to be some self-evaluation, self-reflections time with Saturn, and Saturn is going to be like, let me send you back. Okay, if you don't understand what I'm trying to say, go ahead and get the Highlanders series. Okay, when he goes back with the time that he was done something and that it comes out and it helps him on the current time, that's what it is, the process that really is gonna go with this. All right, next day, the moon is gonna go to Pluto. This is gonna be down to positions with Mars is trying to not to fight so much. The intensity of Mars and the moon with Pluto is going to put pressures on Mars, and Mars can either create something beautiful, which is going to be working with the synchronized energies, or it's going to be blow everything up. Yeah. Pluto and Mars, when they are in oppositions, that is the people who's lacking the change, creating war. And because the lack of the change creates a war, Pluto is overcoming Mars and can create even bigger war. And this is gonna be, this is kind of like a putting gasoline into the fire, since the emotions, and the moon is gonna be right there. But you need to understand, Pluto says like, I'm going to Aquarius. I don't care about your need for attentions. I don't care that you're the king. Okay, you need to change too. Just because you're king, you're boss at the company, you're like this. You need to understand, it's a new energies, baby. All right, you have to change. If you don't change, you lose everything. If you fight it, I'm gonna destroy it even more. How it's gonna be. So as the moon is gonna be understanding this, in there, the moon is a beautiful trines with Uranus, and as you see it, the Venus is in divine energies with this. The feminine energy is gonna begin to understand, even though that right now Venus is gonna be squaring Neptune, and that's gonna create this lack of visions in there. But with the proper energies, everything is gonna be okay, because don't forget about it, you are collecting energy information, how to proceed. All right, the next day is gonna be on the other side of overcoming Pluto. Hopefully you do not blow fuses and burn bridges and fighting with for the authority is going to be working on its healing. That's going to be these divine energies with Chiron and Jupiter, as I'm pointing out this yacht up here. To the moon, it's going to be engaged with Venus, and it's going to be engaging with the North Node, as Mars is also focused on the North Node. Everyone is going to be focused of what the universe has for you that comes in. Everyone is going to be looking to the new energies, to the downloads, to the new things that needs to come in, the new you. You're going to be feeling it, those energies in there, particularly with the people who have Aquarius in their chart in there in the first degrees. You guys going to be seeing it. For you may have some challenges because Mars is in the other end but you understanding where you're going, how to handle it, because you're already within the new energies, guys. All right, the next day, that's going to be the 9th of November. The moon is going to be trining Jupiter and the Chiron's energies at the same time. She's going to be trining Lilith in there. Powerful things that's going to be learned right now within this period. It is about that if you don't heal, okay, what made you sick, you're going to be spreading the sickness to other people. Understanding this, what makes you sick, is going to be able to help you to mature with this. Behavior patterns, emotions, lack of love, and so on and so on. All the new things is gonna come out, but guess what? The authority does not gonna like it. Okay, authority never likes new things. That's how it's been. The authority have to realize there is a proper thing in order to approve, right? And with this kind of like a challenge, it's the moon. It's gonna be like, well, it is what it is. You have to go through this period. And this is why Aquarius squaring Scorpio right there. It doesn't matter how much the Scorpio wants to fight, he's not going to win against Aquarius. That's how it goes. Okay? Because it doesn't matter how you're going to look at it, the Aquarius always find new ways to win, to gain there. Okay? And those who have the Aquarius energies, you guys know about it, that all the time you're under pressure or something that goes on, you finding you're like this firing phoenix that rising from the ashes after it's been stung by the Scorpio, and it just like comes out. So be mindful about that authority not to blow up because your part it is to find a new way to get out of the underworld. Okay, it's like you given two opportunities. The one it's gonna be just sitting in the bottom of the pit. The other one is gonna be start creating a stairs in the pit to get out. This is what Aquarius says. So with this energies on the next day, the moon is gonna go into Pisces. A lot of work is gonna be done with the subconsciousness. Be mindful about Mercury. What are you telling yourself with this? Okay, Mercury is squaring Saturn, and the moon is not a good sign because you're zipping up the wisdom that it's gonna come. But since the moon is gonna be together with Saturn, if you are within the person who gives you advice, usually that is a someone wise to you, someone wise with that energies. Saturn is a trine with the Sun. As you see, the divine energies here with Jupiter and Chiron as even stronger towards the Sun. So with this energies, it is about when you go to this go-to person in there, it is about to listen. But your ego is not gonna be hearing. You can listen, but you're not hearing. And be mindful because when you know that other people don't hear you, that's mean that guess what? Don't waste your time talking. Okay? You need to understand what is the value of the talking and the communications. And there. All right. The next day, the energy is going to be even much better as the moon is going to go for powerful energies. That's going to be some this emotions energies that's going to be with the sun. Venus is in divine energies with Mars. Things start getting line up, but Venus is squaring the North Node. Be mindful about these conflicts. Okay, masculine, feminine energies conflict in there as the Venus is preparing to go into where? Into Capricorn. Let's get down to the work. Let's get this done. We got this. Let's go forward. And guess what? Venus is gonna be hard. I don't see the road. I don't see where we are going. And Mars is gonna be, but do you see the divine? Because I know where we are going. Do you see these energies? And as that is going to be a trigger, this is the moment that the Venus has to trust in the divine energies with Mars, even though that Mars can be really under different influences from Pluto. The right masculine energies, they know what to do. All right, the moon is arriving. The moon passed through Neptune on the 12th in there. Powerful energies with the North Node. Mars is going to be the courage in there. But the moon is squaring Venus. Your intuition is going to be like, no, 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 no. I don't want to do the work. I don't like this. I don't want to be put into work. You know, those people who want things, but they don't want to do the work. And guess what Mars says? If you don't know how to do the work, how are we going to make the things work out? Okay, so the divine is going to be telling you, you're going to be feeling those energies in there. This is going to be intensified positions of Venus, as a Venus is going to be really, really in a tough positions. But you are here already. You are reborn. You are recreating new things. You're recreating your new life. You're recreating these new positions for. The positive side is going to be this firing going. Okay, we're talking about this firing going from Mars being Leo, and Mars is being sextile Uranus, and from Uranus is going to Pluto. Everything goes within the universe. You let everything goes in the hands of the universe, everything's going to be okay. You start putting your ego, your fears, particularly we're talking about Venus squaring the North Node and the Moon. That can also relate it to a mother-daughter situations in there. You are gonna be in a really, really problems with that. All right, 13th. The Moon is with Chiron. And as that Chiron comes in there, the unhealed wounds is gonna be talking. You're finally gonna understand that unhealed situations and all of the places is gonna be there. But the divine energies between the moon and the sun, that's gonna be the best powerful healing. This is the mother and father healing together in a better future for what? For the next generations. Passing the lessons into the next generations. When you get this energies, just to remind you, Scorpio, it is about material possessions and dealing with others in the physical realm from the spiritual perspective. Okay, and also there's a kind of like triggers that's gonna coming out. They're gonna be unhealed wounds. Oh, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Or you're not doing the way I wanted it. I thought that we are gonna be like this, but the situations is different. What are you thought? You wanted to program your partner, which is Scorpio, is a famous, right? So when you seek and this kind of like an energies, particularly the people who are with Pluto and Scorpio, you guys know who you are in there. These divine energies can affect you. Okay, we're talking about you have Pluto within 16th to pretty much the first degree of Sag. You're gonna feel those energies there. Okay, you're gonna be healing it. You're gonna be working on this. All right. And zip it up going forward. This is the 14th right now. The moon is going to be squaring Mars, squaring Pluto. That's going to be oppositions with the true Lilith. What happened is with the truth, and you brought it the truth to everybody, and nobody wants to change. What is going to happen to your emotions? You're going to find the self-love, right? And that's going to be the work of Venus that she needs to do. So the moon is going very powerful with Venus. Venus is in very beautiful divine energies. That's going to be the 3 degrees positions in there. Very, very powerful too. Okay. So be mindful about personality relationships and things about the material possessions. You may have a lot of conflict, but through the conflict, you can always, always trust on that divine energies that is between Venus and Mars. Okay, trust those. Don't trust anything else. Even don't trust your intuitions, because your intuition can square Mars and burn everything. I don't want this relationship, burning the bridges. I don't want to change. If you don't change and I don't change, then what should we be together? This is going to be a very huge challenges in there, as the sun is opposing Uranus. So a lot of those hard moments is going to come out in there, since you're not going to listen even the wisdom that is going to come from Saturn, since Mercury is squaring Saturn. At the same time, Mercury is still opposing Jupiter. I am defying to grow, and I'm defying to listen. You're a 5-year-old? Yeah, Mars is a 5-year-old. Mars is in Leo. So yeah, and here's gonna come the 15th of November, which is that's gonna be the full moon energies. The midheaven is gonna be opposing the moon and Uranus, and this is what you are going to have to face. That I'm doing the right things, that I'm doing the right transformations. Can I arrive as authority there? Can I see this within? And this divine energies between Mars and Venus is gonna be the crucial role in there. But it's the same time for the moon is in divine energies with what? With Lilith and Mercury. So be mindful about that shadow work that it's coming from the past relationships. Okay? Just remember this. All right? You're pouring what you collect. But if you're collecting mud, you need to empty the mud. But you can collect the clean water on the other end. But all you have to do is you have to purge some of the things out. And that's what you're going through the Scorpio seasons. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be love, and I will see you later.